When you look at your camp and the way you've set things up in the roster with the big holes on offense to fill on Sheets and Dressler, how do you think this competition stacks up this year to fill those spots?
You know, I'm not going to be sitting here thinking we're going to be fine. You know, we're always going to be monitoring that. I think we have some good candidates to come in, but throughout every day at camp, we obviously evaluate and talk with our coaches, and I don't necessarily think the 5 that are here right now will be the 5 we end up in camp with, and that doesn't mean we're going to change everybody, but you always want to get better, and if a guy, for whatever reason, all of a sudden finds out he's not going to get into the NFL in the next week or two, we'll still look at bringing him in, whoever that is. So it's a work in progress. I think Weston's obviously special, and to replace him is going to be very tough, but you know, the running back issue, we'll see how they start off the camp, and hopefully we get a couple good candidates early.
Despite the labor uncertainty with our CFL right now, it's business as usual for the football team. Brendan Taman talked about training camp. I think they're going to have 80+ guys up in Saskatoon if there is a training camp up there, and there's a number of holes. The Riders got to worry about running backs. They got to find a receiver to replace Dressler, defensive holes. So it's going to be, if they do have a training camp, very competitive. I think if there is a labor stoppage, the Riders are probably better situated in a lot of teams based on their veterans, the number of veterans on their team that'll be able to get through it. But here's hoping there's a training camp, and if there is, the Riders are ready to go. And if there's not, they're ready not to go. So we'll see what happens in the next couple of days. How does your veteran status play into this uncertainty regarding the CB and stuff? It looks like you guys are poised to maybe navigate through this better than most teams because of the status of guys you have with experience.
You know, obviously, if the work stoppage happens, that's a whole different world that nobody's really gone through. So I can't really say much about that because I don't know really. I've never been through it. But you know, our team is different than others, but in some ways we're the same because, for example, at running back, there's a good chance it's going to be a rookie. So we need as much time as we can to get those guys evaluated. And if there is a stoppage, that's going to hurt the chances to evaluate those kind of guys. But I'm not going to deal in what ifs and all this stuff. We're going to operate like we're going to go.